Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Just a quick reminder, my content is for entertainment purposes only. All of the messages I share come through the pendulum with the help of my spirit guides, guardian angels, and any invited spirits who choose to join us. While I do cover a lot of politics, I also dive into a range of hot button issues, current events, and hidden truths. If you enjoy this kind of content, please hit and subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it helps me share these messages with more people around the world. Thanks for being here, and let's get started. Hello. We are here to begin a session on the Supreme Court, Trump, NDAs, the Federalist Society, and Opus Dei. So I call in the sacred energy of the highest good and divine truth. I ask that this session be conducted in full alignment with universal law of truth and the law of challenge. I declare that only beings and energies of the highest light, truth, and source may be present and speak through the pendulum today. All others must leave immediately. By the law of truth, I ask that only clear, direct, and unmanipulated answers be received. Let all deception, interference, distortion, or manipulation be blocked now. By the law of challenge, I ask that energy attempting to connect through the session clearly identify itself and only speak with my permission, in service of the light and in truth. If the source cannot confirm it is one of the highest good, it must leave. I open the session to seek answers regarding the directions of the U.S. Supreme Court in April 2025, its involvement with Donald Trump, potential non-disclosure agreements, and any influence from the Federalist Society and Opus Dei. May all responses received be for the purpose of clarity, truth, and justice, and the awakening of consciousness. Pendulum, can you please show me a yes? No, why not? Show me a yes. There we go. Yes. Can you show me a no? Can you show me a maybe? There we go. Maybe. Counterclockwise circle. I now begin this reading in truth. So I have a bunch of questions, and the pendulum will receive energy from my guides and any other present energies that are here of the law of truth and through the law of challenge to answer the questions. So, has the Supreme Court maintained institutional independence under Trump's second term? No. Let me move this down. So let me ask that again. Has the Supreme Court maintained institutional independence under Trump's second term? No. What decisions in 2025 reveal a shift in the court's approach to executive authority? Yeah, that's not an answerable question by you, at least not in this amount of time. Is the court more reactive in addressing potential constitutional violations by the executive branch? No. Is the court more proactive in addressing the potential constitutional violations by the executive branch? No, neither. Are dissenting justices being marginalized in high-profile rulings? No. Does the court's temporary halt on Venezuelan migrant deportations reflect a deeper concern about unchecked presidential power? Yes. To what extent has the Supreme Court directly confronted the Trump? Has the Supreme Court directly confronted the Trump administration in its defiance of judicial orders? Yes. Has the court established precedent that expands it or limits presidential authority? No. Is the administration strategically ignoring or exploiting the court's ruling to delay enforcement? I need me to read that again. Has the court is the Trump administration strategically ignoring or exploiting the court's rulings to delay enforcement? Yes. If the president refuses to comply with the Supreme Court order, will they hold him in contempt? Does the Supreme Court's behavior suggest fear of political retaliation or violence? Yes. Who is that feared from? Donald Trump? Yes. Are the Trump-era NDAs still in effect for the current White House or agency staff? Yes. Have any justices or clerks been asked to sign NDAs related to policy collaboration with the administration? Yes. What are the legal ramifications? No. Are the NDAs enforceable within the judiciary? Yes. Have NDAs been used to suppress whistleblowing or testimony before the court? Could existing NDAs be influencing public testimony or internal rulings related to Trump? Yes. Does Donald Trump have any non-disclosure agreements with any current sitting members of the U.S. Supreme Court? Does he have an NDA with John Roberts? Yes. Does he have an NDA with Brett Kavanaugh? Yes. Does he have an NDA with Amy Coney Barrett? Yes. Does he have an NDA with Justice Alito? Yes. Thomas? Yes. Sotomayor. So I can't say her name right. Justice Sotomayor. Yes. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. Alito, Thomas, Brett, Sotomayor, Amy Coney Barrett. Yes. Oh no, that's it. Okay. So, to confirm, Donald Trump has an NDA with every justice on the Supreme Court. Yes. Does that enable him to force them to make a decision the way he wants the decision made? Yes. How many Supreme Court justices are affiliated with the Federalist Society? Six. Is that correct? Five. Is that correct? Yes. What role did Leonard Leo and the Federalist Society play in shaping Trump's judicial picks? Let me rephrase that. Did Leonard Leo and the Federalist Society play a role in shaping Trump's judicial picks? Yes. Has the Society's vision aligned with the recent Supreme Court decisions on immigration, civil rights, and executive authority? Yes. Is the Federalist Society actively shaping legal arguments submitted in amicus briefs to the court? Yes. Do clerks hired from the Federalist Society networks shape the direction of legal interpretations? Yes. Have the justices received any guidance or spiritual counsel from Opus Dei, from an Opus Dei affiliated clergy? Yes. Is the Catholic Information Center being used as a quiet meeting point for judicial or executive coordination? Yes. Does Opus Dei values align with the recent legal outcomes on reproductive rights, immigration, and LGBTQ plus issues? Yes. Are Opus Dei's conservative teachings influencing legal doctrine indirectly through judicial philosophy? Yes. Is there a coordinated effort between Opus Dei affiliated legal thinkers and Trump's policy architects? Yes. Is the Supreme Court's role as a check on their executive power weakening under this administration? Yes. Are they allowing it to be weakened? Is that because of the NDAs? Or is it merely the loyalty to Donald Trump? If you mean both, do a clockwise circle. Let me ask the question again. Is the Supreme Court, is the Supreme Court's power weakening because of Donald Trump or because of the NDAs? Both. Are current events setting dangerous precedents for future presidents, bypassing judicial authority? Yes. Can the Supreme Court regain its authority? Yes. Will it regain its authority? Will it allow whatever NDA they have against them be disclosed, regardless of the, how do I say that? Will they respond in a judicious matter against Donald Trump versus in favor of Donald Trump, risking exposing whatever is in their NDA? Yes. Will this continue to happen? Are they now looking at Donald Trump's time in power as a threat to society versus an ideal projection as a king? Yes. Are current events setting dangerous precedent times? Oh, did that one already. Could coordination between the executive branch and the ideological legal networks be considered a shadow legal state? Could it also be called the deep state, which they're always referring to? Yes. Will the court's decision in 2025 be seen in retrospect as defending democracy or enabling authoritarianism? So, yes for democracy or no for enabling authoritarianism? I'm going to ask the question again. Will the court's decisions in 2025 be seen in retrospect as yes for defending democracy or no for enabling authoritarianism? So they're going to defend democracy. Yes. Okay, so that concludes today's reading on the Supreme Court. Whether you use... Hold on. Whether you use these questions for research, public awareness, or deeper inquiry, they offer a framework to explore one of the most critical issues facing America's institutions: the balance of power, influence, and truth. Let the answers rise, not from belief, but from clarity, evidence, and critical thought. I now close this pendulum session with gratitude. I release all energies, guides, and influence who join this session in truth and light. No lingering attachments may remain. All cords are severed, all portals closed, and all information sealed in accordance with divine law. May truth continue to reveal itself, and may justice rise in alignment with the will of the people and the highest good of humanity. Thank you. This session is now complete.